I'm about tired of all this cold weather.
NXS and smallmouth get along great.
Barely do it.
This is when you're stressing in the tournament right now. See how that thing's hooked?
Yeah.
When they start doing that head shake, I don't care if he comes off today. He ain't gonna come off today. I'm gonna weigh that one just because I'm curious.
See what they actually weigh.
Yeah. That's the smallest of those three. Got the 3 butter ones. I bet he's like 3'2".
Yeah.
He's not big.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was right there.
Yeah.
Are you trying to let him throw it?
He ain't gonna throw it. He's hooked freaking good.
You need to get right here. Or you can sit right there.
Huh?
You gotta get like right in front of me like you're working. Yeah. That's cool. Like what you do, yeah.
He should be about tired by now. Dude, he freaking ate it, dude. That's like a 6-pounder. Holy crap, dude. Got him. Toothy fritter. I mean, they always got to eat it down in there like that. Like, they don't ever just barely get it. Dude, I'm gonna have this mess around my legs so bad. Quick little tip for you: if you have a rod that you crank a lot, or you're reeling a lot of line through it, covering a lot of ground, it's really good to put some kind of line treatment on a Q-tip and clean those guides. You can see that Q-tip's really dirty just from cleaning the guides, and what that'll do is that'll keep your line from getting nicks in it and rough stuff from all that dirt and grime that's in those guides. It's not something that you have to completely be stressed about, but it's a good thing to take care of your stuff, and it's just a real quick thing that you can do and keep your line good for a lot longer time. Got me 4 bags of ice today. It's supposed to be hot this weekend. Want to make sure we keep these smallmouth good and healthy. Check that ice chest out, man. I've got 1 dumped in there and 3 bags of ice in the ice chest, and the lid shuts. It's amazing. after such a great event last year here at St. Clair, and then, you know, the 3 days of practice, 3.5 days of practice we had, I was able to kind of get the same bites on the crankbait. Not as many bites, but I got enough big bites that I figured that would probably be a way that I could, you know, put together a good bag each day. So the game plan going into the tournament for me is just to crank as much as I can. I feel like if I keep that bait in my hand and not put it down unless I obviously see a fish on the graph that I feel like I need to pitch to or drop on, I'm going to crank as much as possible. I think the odds of catching a limit are good, as well as catching 1 or 2 big fish throughout the day, and I think that's going to be key. The fishing's been a little bit off, but I feel like overall there's still going to be a lot of big bites to be had, and that's what I'm going to have to do to have a shot to win. And you know, once you've been close at a certain lake, that's what you really want to do, and that's definitely going to be the game plan this week. I guess that one got wet too. No, that didn't. My boat wet. My jersey soaked too. Lucky I had my bibs on, because I took one over the top. Didn't you ask me if I'd ever done that?
Yeah, we did today too.
Oh, I mean, I took a full washer. I mean, that's unbelievable. Yeah. So what the world, man? Hey. I mean, for real. They're all out of my bag. They're down in this other part. I mean,
would you get your life right, please?
I mean, seriously, dude? I can't deal with you. Get in there. Get in the back.
It's like trying to put your kids in pajamas.
I gotta make sure they're all in the bag when I get up there.
And not in the other bag?
And not in the bottom of the other bag.
That'd be bad.
What a disaster. Caught the end of it.
Let's bring up an Elite Series champion. Took that win at Winyah Bay, Stetson Blaylock. 5 fish for Stetson Blaylock here on day number 1. 14 pounds, 5 ounces. He moves into 60th place, and you know you got your work cut out for you tomorrow, but I know you're up for the task.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those days for me. I just never could get anything going. Had a great time on live today, and it just never clicked. You know, this place has been really good to me, but I gotta step it up tomorrow, no doubt.
See you back here tomorrow.
Well, that was the deal. That was pretty sad. I mean, I have no excuses. I mean, I was around the fish. I just, you know, there's days in your life and every walk and every aspect of it that you just got to roll with it and move on, you know. And today was one of those days. I just kept knowing that I was going to get a big bite or two, and they just never came. I mean, it's one of those deals that it kind of started off okay. I mean, you know, catching a couple decent fish, and then it just kind of fell apart. I didn't get any, you know, I didn't lose any big fish that I thought you know, were going to be huge helpers. It stinks to know that you're around the quality that you need to do well, and yet you just cannot get them in the boat. And just didn't get the bites today, but I'm going to have a huge hole to dig out of, so we'll see if we can dig out of it for tomorrow.
You should. She let you buy a gun.
Do you like that?
I just bought that gun.
Hey, tell
I
him
can't forget to go buy that.
Tell him the duck boat story.
Go get it. I mean,
Just go ahead and tell him the duck boat
I
story.
did the exact same thing on a duck boat. Actually, I didn't even call. I
Last
just ordered
week, he calls me afterwards, and he's like telling me all excited. Oh, it's got this, it's got that, I got this on it, da 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 da. And then he's like, "You're not mad that I ordered a duck?" No. Oh no. It's food.
After a hard day on the water, nothing beats a great meal.
Chinese takeout. It's a great meal.
You look like an old man right now.
Feel like one. Well, day 2. It's still one of my favorite lakes, even though yesterday pretty much kicked my teeth in. Had 14 pounds. Just struggled all day to get a good bite. No quality whatsoever. Was around some, you know, lots of 18+ pound bags. I watched a lot of fish get caught. If you watch live, you could hear me saying, "Man, everybody around me is catching fish," and I couldn't. Just one of those days I couldn't get it together. But today's a new day. We need to catch 22 pounds to have a shot to make that top 40. So I've caught a lot of 20+ pound bags here. So it's time to go to work and see if we can't put together a good day and make a run back up the leaderboard here. So it's doable here. That's the good thing.
from Benton, Arkansas, let's bring up an Elite Series champion, Stetson Blaylock. 14 pounds, 5 ounces yesterday. Looks like a better day today for Stetson. Let's get him some angle of the ear points. Even better, get him in the cut with the 18-15. Gives him 33 pounds and 4 ounces. He moves into 13th place currently.
I'm nice with the flow, just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam, I'm feeding the meter. They got the iron, well I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea.
Stetson, this is the most awesome, but also the most frustrating body of water to fish on earth. Really, tell me about your week.
Yeah, last year was pretty phenomenal, and the fish are still there. They're still biting. It's more challenging to find those little groups of fish and stay with them. I had a decent practice. The best groups of fish that I had are completely gone. I fished through them both days. They're just not there. That's how smallmouth do, but I'm glad to get back down south, I can tell you that. Try to find something a little bit different.
We look forward to seeing you all season long. 4 events after this one to decide our Angler of the Year title. From Wisconsin, Caleb Kufal. 17-2 yesterday.
You got over 20, don't you?
I got 22.
I suck. What'd you have?
18, 15.
I told you, you're a sandbagger just at heart. You can't help
Bull
it.
crap, you said you had 14 or 15 yesterday and you came in with 21.
I didn't know I had what I had.
That's like the definition of sandbagger.
You still pulling fish out?
There you go. Got your finger. Thank you. Or Dingleberry or whatever the hell your name is.
His name is the Sack.
The sack.
The sack.
I got a mega sack. I don't know how, but
I'm not trying to get something.
Really glad that I caught basically 19 pounds, 18, 15.
38 pounds.
I thought I had more like 17, so I mean that, you know, that moves me probably not way up, but that gives me a lot more cushion as far as points go. I won't make the top 40, but just breaks the last 3 events. Just like here, I just knew I was fishing for big bites and worried about getting the limit, and then lo and behold, I didn't have to worry nothing about getting the limit. It was more about getting the big bite, and I never got a big bite in the tournament, not one. And I just, it's frustrating and disappointing, but that's the game that we play, and we just have to accept it. And I know I'm ready to get back on that top 10 roll. These tournaments, the bottom of the cut, just outside the cut, and not in the cut at all, are starting to get old. That's 4 in a row, just mediocre finishes. So I gotta step it up, get back in the groove, figure out what the decisions are that I'm making that are wrong, and correct them. But we got totally different fisheries. We've still got whatever 3 or 4 tournaments left, and it's gonna be totally different. You know, those southern largemouth in the fall, it's gonna be a lot tougher. So there's gonna be a lot of shake-up happen. You've had guys come up here and catch smallmouth all 3 or 4 events up here, 3 events, and done well. So things will change a little bit as we head down south. Just got to get back on top of it and catch them.